Badass Liam Neeson versus the most badass wolves I've seen in a long time. How can this movie go wrong? The Grey. This movie is starring Liam Neeson, some wolves, and a bunch of people who we don't really care about and are just there to get killed. Now, this movie is described to be somewhat of an action thriller, and although this movie definitely did get the thriller side down, in terms of action, not a lot happens. They do have a very cool and very scary looking airplane crash scene, and that's really about it in terms of action. Now, I gotta give credit to whoever brought the wolves into this movie, because whether these are CG wolves or the real wolves, they certainly make wolves scary in this movie. A lot more than those crappy Twilight movies ever could. Another aspect of this movie that they definitely did get right is the survival nature of it. But although that's one of its strong points, I have to say that it was also one of the biggest flaws I had with this movie. You see, in movies in which there's a group of people, survivors from some tragedy or somewhat, and they're thrown into a situation where you want to root for them to survive, the problem I had with this movie is that from beginning to end, you really don't get the feeling that any of them are going to survive. I mean, okay, not only are they dealing with wolves, they're kind of dealing with each other's egos, and they're also dealing with the cold and multiple elements that can get them killed. You just don't really get a sense that any of them are going to make it. And over time, in one case, one of them just loses hope and just decides to just sit down and die. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews on YouTube here, and they're really giving this movie really high ratings, but I'm going to have to be in the majority that says that although this movie, it's an okay movie, I can't necessarily say that it's a great film. I mean, this movie clocks in at about 2 hours, and I just felt that they could have cut 30 minutes out, because there's a lot of scenes in which they don't really have any importance to what's the situation at hand, and they're just there to burn time. And I really do not like movies that just have filler for no reason. If you're going to add filler, have it have an impact on the situation at hand, and I just didn't feel that with this movie. So, overall, I'm going to give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. You can go ahead and see it in theaters if you like, but this isn't something that I personally will go out and buy when it comes out on DVD. Maybe I will once it drops down to at least $10, but it's not a full price movie in my opinion. Now I'm going to do something different. This movie's been out, by the time I'm filming this, has been out for about 3 days. So if you haven't seen the movie, oh well. I'm going to do a little spoiler zone right now, and I'm going to do this all in one cut. Okay, we are now officially in the spoiler zone. So here's all the spoilers. Okay, number one, you don't find out exactly what brings down the plane. I'm guessing it's turbulence. There's about 30 people on this plane, it looks like, and only 7 of them survive. Now, I'm going to tell you how all these extra guys get killed off. Alright, here you go. Okay, extra number 1 gets killed when he takes a leak, and one just chews the crap out of him, which is a really big issue I had with this movie, is that you don't really see the deaths happen really good. It's up close, and you can't really see it. It kind of has that stupid shaky stuff crap thing where you can't see what the hell's going on, and that was really pissing me off. Let's see. Extra number 2 gets killed because he can't walk fast enough. So, I don't know, they just run up and chew his ass to pieces. Extra number 3 dies because, well, he falls asleep. Let's just leave it at that. He falls asleep and he dies. Okay? Extra number 4 dies when he is, he's on some stupid rope, homemade rope thing. It falls, he hits some branches on a tree, and then when he has a little, I don't know, like a memory moment, it's like something you see before you die. A bunch of wolves come up and drag him away and eat him that way. The next extra, which is the last one by the way, decides to sit down and die. I'm not even kidding. He just sits there and says, you know what, I don't want to go on anymore. You guys just go on ahead without me. And then Liam Neeson's last friend, who was actually the one extra I actually want him to survive, falls into like a river, I think, and drowns. And quite possibly the biggest bullshit of this movie is the ending. You remember in the trailer there's that really cool scene where Liam Neeson takes some glass, tapes it to his wrist, breaks him, and he looks like he's gonna go one-on-one with the pack leader? You don't even see that. The movie cuts off right there. I was like, I mean, they kind of hinted that Liam Neeson's character was going to get killed. They hinted at it, but, you know, I'd like to see it happen. I want to see this fight, but no. It's like taking out, it's like, here's an example. Let's say that in Return of the Jedi, when Luke's about to fight Vader at the end, the movie, right when their lightsabers clash in front of the Emperor, the movie cuts off right there in credits. This is the exact same thing, and I was really upset about that. Maybe if there's a director's cut of this, they show that fight, maybe I'll forgive it, but as of now, that's it. And you know that really cool line that Liam Neeson says in the trailer where he says, we're gonna take them on one at a time? You wanna know how many wolves actually die in this movie? Only 2. Out of a whole pack, only 2. The first one gets shot just for walking around, not even attacking, just he's walking around and he gets shot. That's it. He doesn't do anything. And the second one gets killed by the asshole of the group when it attacks him out of nowhere. And it gets to time, it starts stabbing at it multiple times and everyone's kind of laughing about it. Then they cut its head off and starts eating it, and then they're complaining that it tastes like dog shit. But that's about it. Out of a whole pack, only 2 wolves died. So, yeah, those are spoilers. Sorry for spoiling the movie, but, yeah. Well, if you liked this video, comment down below, and please subscribe, and thank you for watching.